running late. Sorry about that, y'all. I sort of shocked the world today, and then I didn't think about the fact that people would have a lot of questions during the group. So sorry about that. So we were on the call for a long time, but now I'm here. All right, let's make sure we're good to go. Okay. Let's see. Let's find some pretty ribbons. What should we pick? What do you think, Bella? Ooh, that's pretty. That's good. That's pretty. That's pretty. Okay, so we're gonna do that little bottle bouquet, and we're gonna do a bow. All right. Let's see. So how are y'all tonight? Hello, hello. Okay. All right, so these little bottle bouquets, we're probably going to do quite a few of these over the next few weeks because these are so cute and they're so easy to do and they're so fast and they're so versatile because like you can really, like you can give them out as gifts, you can, you know, they don't have to just be Christmas, they could be any time of the year. So they just make a really great gift kind of thing. Okay. No worries. So how are y'all doing tonight? Alright, so I have like this little, isn't this cute? It's this little greenery and it has these little berries in it. It's glittered boxwood. Yes, ma'am, I will. I'll do it in the morning. So, I'm good. How are y'all? I also have some of this little apple. I love these little apple leaves. They're just so versatile. I'm just going to put a little styrofoam in there. I think later in the class we're going to do some, hold on, let me find my styrofoam here. I'm going to do some projects with the spray foam stuff. But when you do the spray foam, you want to do it all at one time. So we'll pick a Saturday to do that. No problem. I'm doing fine. How are y'all doing? Did you see my message? Are you worried or stressed? I don't want y'all to worry or stress. Okay. Really want it to be kind of snug in there. Okay. Whoops. Oh, we could do some of that. Okay. Let's see. It'll fit. There we go. Okay, so nice and snug in there. Are you sad? Okay, don't be sad. And don't think I'm going somewhere, okay, because I'm not. I just have to reprioritize things a little bit. I'm still going to be doing lives. I'm still going to be teaching y'all. I'm still going to have my groups. I'm just not going to be selling the supplies. So I don't want y'all to be sad. I don't want you to worry about me. I'm fine. It was a very hard decision. It was. I won't lie. But, and really, truly, the only thing that really hurt me was, you know, the employee part. So, the money doesn't really make any difference to me. I mean, not that I just want to give away everything for free, but it's never been a motivating factor for me. So, but the employee thing, that definitely motivated me. So, but yeah, I need to be at home. I need to be at home. I don't want my mom being there all the time by herself. It's just not safe. We got a little bit of greenery here. Isn't it pretty? So if you're confused about what we're talking about, I'll be happy to explain. All right. This is the one like we used the other day that you can pull apart. So I'll pull a little bit of this off. And you can decide how big you want this to be. So, you know, it could be as big as your bottle. It could be small. Okay. But I have pretty glittery things that I thought would be pretty. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Mama. I think Mama's kind of relieved. Are you kind of relieved, Mama? Plus, I don't think she'll mind having me there, right? Okay. This is a holly bush. I love these. They have a little bit of glitter on them. This one is from Carolina Pottery. So it is 102548. It's a 28-inch holly spray. It's really pretty. See all the colors in it? The wood sealer. So the one I showed you the other day was the Krylon UV resistant. But then there's also one by Rust-Oleum. What you want is the clear acrylic coating. Yes, it did come from the Lexington store. Isn't it pretty? I think I'm going to go to the Augusta store later in the week because I want to get some more stuff to show y'all some other things. And since we're selling everything off, I want to have other stuff to play with. Plus, I want to get stuff that, you know, will be things that y'all can find. Okay, so I just cut off a few pieces. So I know we're going to put those in. I want to put a little bit of this in, I think. This is that glittery spray. This is my favorite thing on the planet. Okay. Well, it'll be sometime this week. Maybe Wednesday? You all meet me over there? I may just kind of pull these apart and then just put them in separately. Let's see, is that glue ready? Almost. That's the only bad thing about having a big glue pot, y'all. It is so big. Hey, y'all like my new apron? Isn't it pretty? It's purple. It's about time I had a purple one. Okay. Let me bring it up just a little. Okay, there we go. All right. So I want to put the taller things towards the back and then the smaller kind of lower things towards the front. Okay. So you put it right into the styrofoam, into the little container. I think we'll do a couple of this. Thank you. I like it too. And you know what? It's not hot. Like that other one I got. Because that one, no, no, no. Oh, and I got something for Share Bear, but I have to wait till she gets here to show it to her. Oh, isn't that cute? Let's do one more on that side. Y'all want to see what I got Share Bear? Look what I got Share Bear. Look what I got Share Bear. Isn't this cute? Look at the little, it's got little polka dots on it. She's gonna freak out. Me too. I hate being hot. And I'm hot a lot. So, okay. Put that one like right here. I'm gonna turn it a little bit. Okay, so now we have kind of like a little start. Okay, then we're gonna put some of this in. Oh, that's so cute. I'm gonna put a little bit of this in the back. Just kind of fill in a little. There we go. All right. So are y'all enjoying the class so far? All right. I want to separate these because I don't want it to be too much or too big. Oh, me too. I love the apron. My husband doesn't keep it that hot, but it's entirely too hot for me. It's like, I think he keeps it at like 74, and I'm like, honey, that's too hot. Can't we do 72? Okay. I'd prefer 68, but no. Hold on, let me message her. I have scared all my friends to death, so sorry. I really am fine, y'all. I really am. Oh, 68. I would love that. My husband would kill me. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of this off. I don't want it to overwhelm it. Okay. Oh, how pretty. I'm going to put some of the berries in. Okay. These stems seem okay. What I like about these is you don't even have to put a lot in it because it's small. Oh, yeah, I get it. Poor circulation is hard. Okay, this one over here. Whoop, I don't think I pushed that in right. There we go. Now we got it. Okay. Okay. See, it didn't take very much to fill that in, did it? With these, you can be really simple or you can be really elaborate. So, I wanted to start out with a simple one. See how cute that is? And then all you have to do is put a little bow on it. You could put a little bow down here as well. Let's see, I want to take, I don't know if I want to put this in, let me see. No, I like that. Okay. Let's see. There, that's cute. So for these here, let's see if I have any in here. So usually what I'll do is take an extra stem I have and put it in here like that. Okay, and then I can trim it off. So I usually keep a few stems around. That way when I need to add a little extra in, it's easy to do it. Oh, is Share Bear on? I got something for you, Share Bear. Okay, so see, just a little stem. Then I can try not to get it on my table. Let's put it right down in there. There. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's make a bow for that. Let's see, what should we put on that? That's pretty. No. Here we go. Let's do this. Okay, so let's just put a little bow. Share Bear, look what's here. Okay. I'm just going to cut it at an angle. Ooh, I'll have to go look for those. I'm just going to make a tiny little bow. Okay, like a little 3-inch bow. So all I do is make the 2 loops. Now, here's what's important when you're doing this. You pull this one across, you pinch it right there, okay? Then you take this one, you pull it across, and all you're doing is meeting it in the same spot, and then you can pull your ribbon down. The most important thing is to keep it pinched in your fingers or in a bow maker. Yep, that's what I use. Little skillet. Although mine's big. And then we can just take a pipe cleaner. Okay. And then just tie it right up here. See that? Doesn't that make a cute gift? I think these make a cute gift. And it took no time at all, didn't it? See, and then if you had, like if you had to go to somebody's house or something, you could take this with you. I've seen people do this with any kind of bottle, like olive oil, like if you know somebody who likes to really cook a lot, or wine. Of course. Okay. so we're gonna do, we'll keep all this stuff in here for Thursday. We're gonna do a stairway bow. Who feels like doing a stairway bow? Okay, so let's talk about what a stairway bow is first. And let's figure out what ribbons we want to use. Okay. Wrong way, Lori. Okay. Stairway bow. Alright, so when I'm doing a stairway bow, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take a swag, right? So you want one that is at least 31 inches long, because it's big enough to hold the bow on, and it gives you more presence for a larger bow, and it makes it easy for people to attach onto their stairway. So you can, when you have a stairway and you have banisters, you can either put these on the end, or you can put them up the rings of the stairway. I'm sure you've seen these in magazines and stuff like that, because they do show these kinds of things a lot. Okay. I'm just going to fluff this out a little. Oh, what did you throw on the table for Wednesday night? What is it? We want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Okay. All right. There we go. Just fluff it out, just so it's not lying flat. Okay, so this is how we make a stairway bow. What I like to do is I like to use this pleated ribbon, because it has a lot of presence to it, and so it's really going to give you a wow factor, especially on something like a stairway bow. So we could either go the red, tan and green route, or we could go the red and white route. What do y'all prefer? Red, white, red, and green. What do you think, Bella? Red and white or red and green? Whoop. I want to put this up here so I don't forget it. Clean up in here a tiny bit. Red and white, red and green, red and white. Well, let's see. If we did the red and white, we'd probably do this and this, this, this. If we do the red and green, we would do this, 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 and this. Yeah, let's do the red and green, and then we can do the red and white later in our class. Okay, so these have, what, 5 yards, I believe they are. So this is RB100537. You can get these a lot of times at Hobby Lobby. Now, here's what you need to know about this ribbon. It is very difficult to make a bow with this ribbon. However, it makes amazing tails. And you want about a yard of tails. So 2 yards in total. So one of these, it's going to take almost an entire one of these for one stairway bow. So this tells you why these can cost a little bit more, because this ribbon here tends to run between $10 and $15 for 5 yards or 3 yards or whatever it is. It is, let's see, 6 inches. So it's a 6-inch ribbon. So what we do is we just take it like this, find the center, put it down in your bow maker. Now when I'm making a bow that's going to be large, I'm going to start out with a zip tie. And I'm going to put it underneath because it's just going to make it easier for me at the end. And we're going to start with our largest ribbon and move our way in. Okay. All right. So I want to use some of this. This is, I think this is 5-inch ribbon, isn't it? Yes. So this is 5-inch ribbon. This is actually Sam's ribbon. Okay. Now you don't need the rest of it. Not all of the tails need to be as long as this. So I'll kind of do them some longer, some shorter. With my more expensive ribbon, I'm going to go towards the shorter route. Okay, so this is about 20 inches. And what you're getting here is just the large presents in the back. Okay, so we're going to go out to the 6-inch. Okay. I'm just going to twist it and push it down. Same thing on this side. So you only are going to do one loop of this. With your more expensive, larger ribbon, you don't want to use a whole bunch, because if you do, it's going to get really pricey really quick. Okay, so let's pull this one out, trim it off. So you can see what I do is mostly I just use this for one piece in the back. Right, so that gives me my big volume, my anchor at the back. That's one great thing about 5-yard ribbon and 4-yard ribbon, is it creates this anchor in your bows. Let me see, do I have enough? I think so. Then we're going to do a 4-inch ribbon. Isn't that pretty? This one, I believe, came from Carolina Pottery. It's 78016-04-01. Okay. This one is a more expensive ribbon. It really wasn't that bad, but some of the ribbons out there can be kind of pricey. We're only going to do about a 15-inch tail on this one. Okay. With about a 6 to 7-inch loop. Okay. Somewhere about where your other loop is. There. Okay. Bring this down. So this has, and I'm going to tell y'all, what they've done is they took a 2.5-inch ribbon and they sewed it onto like maybe an inch on each side of the red velvet to make this ribbon. So that's how they make designer ribbon. They just take one and they sew it onto another one. Okay. And then they charge you a lot. That's what they do. Okay, this is red velvet. I either like to put red velvet, or I'll put just the red. Where's my scissors? There they are. Or I'll put the red canvas ribbon, the denim ribbon. Okay. So we'll kind of do this one about the 20-inch. Now with red velvet, it's going to be thicker to work with. So you want to make sure that you pinch it well in the middle. And expect that you're going to have to really pull on it to fluff it out. Okay. So, let's do... There we go. Okay, that's 2. Okay, then we're going to take a piece about 14 inches. Okay, now I'm going to dovetail it. So here's the important thing about dovetail. Hold it up like this and cut towards the top, towards the wired ribbon. If you do it that way, you're not going to cut it wrong by accident. Yep, exactly. That's what that designer ribbon is. And they charge a pretty penny for it, don't they? So we're putting these pieces up. We may move some in, we may keep them up. Okay, now we're going to go with this Merry Christmas. Alright, so with the Merry Christmas, if you want the words to be correct, you're going to have to cut one side. Okay. I'm going to cut this side. So I'm just going to pinch it and put it in here. I want about 1 inch or so. Okay, and then that way my words are going to be the same. Okay, see? All right. This one I made longer. So this one is about 22 inches. Okay. So I'll have to twist this one because the words are upside down. Okay. There we go. So we're going to twist this one before we start on the next one. So just lift and twist. Do that one. It is awesome. Okay. So we're doing 2 of this one. Then we're going to take this tail and we're going to cut it off short. So remember we did that one that we cut separate. There we go. We got to twist this one. There we go. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Look how pretty that is. So it has that kind of fullness in the back. All right. Okay, I want a little bit more of the solid red, so I'm going to come back with the red velvet. So if you were doing the denim, you would come back with the denim. All right, because what I want to do is this one. So I really want to put a little bit of space in between this ribbon and this ribbon. So that's why we're doing this solid red. So when you have two patterns up against each other and they might clash, a really good thing to do is to just put a solid in between them, and then it takes care of that. It gives it that little bit of distance between the two, because you don't want them to compete with each other. Just a little bit better if they don't compete. Okay. Look how thick this bow is, y'all. Okay. We're going to take this one. Well, you know, you can also put them if you have like a place outside, like even a mailbox outside or a lantern post or anything like that. You can put these on there as well. So I say staircase bow just because it's kind of what I use it for the most, but you can put these pretty much anywhere that you could tie a swag. Okay. So we're pretty much at the top of the bow maker's little prongs here, but I want to put one more in. We have this little 7/8 inch. Now this has like a little detail on the edge. Okay. This is just fun, just to kind of add a little something to it. I'm going to make this one a little smaller. So maybe like 5 inch, maybe 4 inch. Okay. All right. This is why I like to have the longer zip ties. So this zip tie is a 14-inch zip tie. You would want to have one probably at least 12 inches to do a bow like this, just because you want to have that to deal with all the thickness in here. Okay, look how big that indention is. Can you see it? So we want to shimmy it over so it's inside that indention. Then we want to hold our bow together while we slide it around. Now for a bow like this, once I start kind of tightening it, I'm going to keep looking to make sure it's in that indention. I'm going to look on both sides, because this is the kind of bow that would be easy to get out of order. I will use either sisal, or I'll use the rustic wire, anything that's a little thicker. This is sisal. What's not good there? Because this can help tie on. And if it's a little bit longer, it makes it easier to take it off and store it as well. All right. So I'm going to take this, push this down, push this through. Okay. And zip tie it. There we go. You want to get it nice and tight. Okay. As intimidating as this looks to fluff, what you can do is just set it down on your table and just start pulling things separate first. Okay. This little tail up there. This is going to make it a little bit easier to fluff. Okay. Like that. And we'll do the other side. The trick is just to take your time and do one piece at a time. Okay. See how I have this little tail here? I'm going to kind of put that tail here. All right. There. All right, so now we can start to fluff it out. And so we're just going to do our regular thing, twist and fluff. With these, you know, the trick is to get that little stuff that's stuck down in there in the middle to pull out. That's what I'm doing when I'm fluffing it out. Okay. With your velvet, that's going to be what you're trying to do, is get those wrinkles out, because it'll wrinkle because it is velvet. That's what it does. So just spend a couple minutes getting that out. This. Okay, we got one side. Ooh, you hear that train? These people are crazy around that train track. Not very smart. That's the one I used to hear all the time when I was at the other warehouse. There we go. This one seems a little long, so I'm going to take it and pull a little bit out. There. Okay. All right, now. Okay. Just gonna re-fluff. So once you have the hard part done, all you have to do is stick your hand in there and fluff it out. We're gonna put it on the swag, and then we will fix all the tails. There we go. Okay, we can take our zip tie off now. And we'll make a few variations of this over the coming weeks. So what you want to do with your swag is take like 2 or 3 pieces, pull them up like this, and you're going to tie right down here. Okay, so right below where you have those pieces pulled up. This just ensures that your bow is not going to accidentally come off. Let me pull y'all up a little. No, wrong way. Okay. And then once I do that, I can pull the pieces back down. And see, that's going to keep it in place. So I have it a little bit longer and a little bit thicker so that I can put this and tie this with some of these pieces onto anything I want. Okay, and then I'm just going to kind of straighten my bow a little. And then I'll work on my tails. So you can see how this has the cascade look, and then this, of course, is going to give you the really big volume at the bottom. Okay. You just want to kind of arrange your ribbons. Now when I'm doing the stairway bows, I like to just have the cascade look. I might do some curls with these, but I'm not going to do... Do you love trains? Carson used to love trains. I'm not going to do a lot of the twisting. We will do 1 or 2 versions that maybe has that, but a lot of times what I like is the cascade, because that's what's going to look really pretty on like a stairway. So let me see. Maybe if I did, let's put it on the tripod here. Hold on. Okay. Oh, belly. Okay. Here we go. So let's hang it here so you can see how it'll look. So I can take a couple pieces, make a little hanger. All right. And then this is how it would look on stairway. And if you had, like if you decorated your house or someone else's house and they had a stairway, you can do a series of these. Oh, I gotta pull you up more. And then, you know, they would do this instead of putting the garland down the stairway. Oh, you found silver pleated. Cool. That's so cool. All right. I want to do a tree topper bow. Let me see. I don't want to do red velvet. Hold on, let me go get a solid ribbon. Calm down. So I just got some solid red. It's easier to show you how to do this if I have a solid color. All right. I feel like this. No, this way. Here we go. So I am and I'm not. I'm not disappearing or anything. I'm just closing the warehouse portion, so no more selling supplies, but I still will be here. I will still be live. I'll still do my groups. I just won't be selling the supplies. So, oh, they do. I'm gonna have to go look for that. All right, so with this bow, I'm just gonna do maybe like a yard to start with the tail. I've been needing to go over there anyways. Okay. Like that. Then, so the monthly subscription box is gone, at least for now. I don't know if I'll be doing that. I have to get everything settled, and then once the dust settles, we'll see. But I'm definitely going to come up with ideas for y'all. So that won't change. Where I tell you to buy it will change. But that's about it. So let's do like a 15-inch tail. Okay. That little bit here. So what I like to do, get a lot of ribbon. And it depends on the size of the bow, the tree. But generally speaking, I'm gonna do between 6 and 7 inches. So let's do like 7. Sometimes I'll do 8. But for this one, let's do 7. I'm gonna start with 5 loops on the bottom. This is my standard, how I do my tree topper. Now this is the kind that kind of goes over the top of a tree or a mailbox or something like that. So kind of a rounded one. Okay, so that's the bottom. Now, you can trim it off and start with a new layer with new tails, or you can keep going. I'm closing the warehouse. I'm gonna stop selling supplies, but I'm not disappearing. I need to decrease my hours. I need to be at home for my mom and my children. So I can still do lives from home. I can still do a lot of the stuff. I just can't be here at the warehouse because it just takes, like, I'm probably working 12-hour days. And so it's just a lot of time, and I need to get things right with my mom. So, okay, so now we're gonna do 4. Okay. I will come in just a little bit. Not a ton, just a little. Okay. This will help with the fluffing as well. It also helps with the way it sits. So 4, we're doing 4. You're gonna get progressively smaller. I agree, family first. But I'm not disappearing, y'all. I'm just kind of refocusing on things that I really love. I can't just sit at home and do nothing. I would be nuts. Okay. Now we're going to go to 3. So we have 4 here. So then we're going to go down just a little bit more. Okay. So now we're doing 3. We are making a tree topper bow. There's our 3. Okay. All right. Now we're going to do 1, and it's going to be even smaller. So about there. Okay. Then we'll do a shorter tail, and it'll go on this side. Like that. Okay. All right, now put this under. Yeah, we have written instructions. For this bow, we sure do. I will post them in the group. That and the stairway bow. I have both of those. There's our indention. Okay. So you want to make sure you hold it, slide it around, and keep that indention in a row together. So if it gets out, just kind of flatten it like this. Like flatten your bow like this, and then you can get it back in line. So if your loops start moving, just set it down and flatten it, and then you'll be able to get it back where you want it. Let's see. Some more sisal. I gotta go out there and get my rustic wire. It's still sitting out there from when we did the retreat. I haven't brought it back in yet. That tells you how much time I've had on my hands. Not much. Okay, there we go. Okay. There we go. So all this is 18 gauge wire that's covered, okay? All right. So push it down, get my wire in there, and then we'll start tightening it. Hello. Okay. Okay, so we're going to separate. We want to do the 5 first. So do the 5 at the bottom. The reason I do it this way is it's going to come all the way around and then around and then around and around. So you'll see as you're spreading out the 5 that it will go from side to side like that. And then the 4 will go in between those. Okay. Okay. So there's the 5. There's the 3. Here's the 1 right on the top. This is the part that you'll spend probably the most time, is just getting everything where it needs to be. And then it makes it easier to fluff it if you will do this part first. So see how I'm rounding it out, making sure the bow is round and it's going all the way around. This is just the denim, but we did do some velvet earlier, and we will do one with velvet. We won't do the one with velvet tonight, but maybe next Monday we'll do the velvet. So I think on Mondays I'll do bows, and then on Thursdays I'll do whatever project we're gonna do. Okay, you see how nice and round it is? So it'll fit perfectly on the top of a tree. So once you get it here, now you gotta fluff it, right? So you see how it's all stuck down in there like this? This is what fluffing does, okay? So when you're twisting it like this, it allows you to get in there and pull those pieces out. Now that is a fluffed loop. That is what I mean when I say fluffing, okay? So what I'm talking about is getting those pieces that are stuck down in the zip tie to be loosened and to be straightened out. So that's how you get it nice and fluffed. So that's why I'm always twisting and pulling on it, because that's what I'm doing. I'm getting those pieces out. I try to do one side and then do the other, because it's really easy to get lost, especially if you're doing a big bow like this. If you have a fluff box, it's a really good idea to put it on your fluff box, just because you can keep it straight, because it's not moving around. It's staying straight. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. That's a good idea. You have to do it whichever way works best for you. The trick is just to get those little pieces unstuck, and that's the big thing. As long as you do that, however you do it, it works. See how nice it is once you fluff it all out? And they may want to move back to where they were. Just stop, pull them, and then once you get it fluffed out, it should stay there. Did you see? And then I just take my tails. I have them on either side so that they are coming over the tree, right? So you have some on one side, some on the other side. If you have too many, just weave it right back through the bow, put it on the other side. See, isn't that pretty? Nice round bow. So these are great for trees, toppers. They're great for mailboxes. So if you think about it like this, okay. So let's say this is a mailbox. So if you set it on a mailbox, on the top of the mailbox, you see how it sits there nice and round, and then you can just move your tails. That's why these that's why these are great for trees, and they're great for mailboxes, anything like that. Yeah. Oh, if you are twisting it and your ribbon moves, your zip tie isn't tight enough. Tighten it up some more. There is a tool that you can get if you have trouble tightening. It's this right here. Okay, so this is a zip tie. I can't remember exactly what it's called. Zip tie fastener, tightener, something like that. What you do is you just stick the zip tie in there. Okay. Like if you had your zip tie, you pushed it through, and you put this into the zip tie thing, it's going to, let me show you. It's going to grab on. See how it just grabs on? And it'll just keep doing that until it's tight. And then once it gets to the right tightness, it'll cut it off. You see how tight it made it? Yeah. So I would try getting one of these. You see how tight that made it? And then when you get to the end, it just snaps it off. Like that. So I would get one of these, because if your hands aren't strong enough, then that's what this is for. You could also, yes, Amazon has them. You could also use pliers. But if it's a strength thing, I would get one of these suckers. And they're real easy. All you do is push the little zip tie in there and then just start squeezing, and it just pulls it right up. Awesome. Okay, whoops. All right. So which bow do you like better? The stairway bow or the tree topper bow? Okay. Oh, Harbor Freight has them. Oh, I go to Harbor Freight. I love Harbor Freight. That's my favorite place. They have awesome tools. Oh, y'all, you know the, I used to have that glue gun that was cordless. That sucker burned the crap out of me so many times. It was a Ryobi. Those suck. Don't get those. But you can go to Harbor Freight. They have them, and they're like $15, and they work really well. So I would, if you want one that's not, you know, plug-in, I would go get the one from Harbor Freight, because they're really good. I like them too. Let's see. So tomorrow night you have Cece. I think Cece showed me what her project was, but I can't remember. My brain has been a little busy lately. Awesome. All right, y'all. So we'll start doing, so for the next 3 Mondays, let's plan on 7:30 since I end my call right at 7. So we went a little over today, and that way I have a little bit of leeway in case it runs late. So that way we can just do Mondays at 7:30. All right, and then, so make sure you're here tomorrow at 7 for Cece, Wednesday at 7 for Susan. I'm on at 6:30 on Thursday, and Debbie is on at 7 on Friday. Okay, so make sure you have all those. A tree, that's right. She's doing a tree. I know, she showed it to me. I remember. Oh, y'all are gonna love it. Y'all are gonna love it. Okay, I'm excited. Yes, yes, yes. What are you doing, Debbie? Do you know what you're doing? The lollipops. Are you doing the lollipops? It's on sale now, so go get it, because when it's gone, it's gone. I'm not going to order anymore. So I've been kind of contemplating this for about a month. So that's why I kind of let my stock run down low, because I was trying to decide if I wanted to stop selling supplies, because this is what takes up like the majority of my time, because I'm constantly having to be on and order and look. And so, but I did find someone who's going to sell my signs, someone who's going to sell my tools, someone who's going to sell the wood products that we've created, and someone who's going to sell my glitter. And then you'll be buying it from them, not me, but they're going to take that part over just so y'all can still like buy the deco mesh tool and things. Or if you've, bought things that you liked in the past, like, my signs, they sell a lot. So she's going to take that over. That way there'll still be those out there. And then I will continue to create signs. I'll just shift them over to Brenda. But, thank you. Yeah, so, but I won't be disappearing. I just won't do that part. Yep. But I'll still make sure that that I put things together that you can go buy and, where to buy them and that kind of stuff. So, yep. Oh, look at that. I burnt a hole in my mat. Wonder what I did that with. There's no telling. Oh, I think I drilled it. That's what it is. I drilled a hole in my mat. Nope, no code. It's just automatic. So, and pretty much everything is on sale, so we can clear it out. Yep. Lollipops and marshmallow ornaments. Oh, that's gonna be so cute. Okay. Yeah, and nothing's changing with my groups or the masterclass, so it's not gonna change any of this. I am selling my trademarked name because I do have to get out of the lease I'm in, and that'll allow me to do that. And I don't know, they want to buy my YouTube channel, but I just don't know if I want to do that or not. I'm not disappearing. I will be back on. I just have to figure out what I'm going to make my name. Yep, it's the BOGO is still on. For the wood it is, yeah. Yep. Awesome. All right, so don't worry, I'm not disappearing. I'm just kind of shifting things a little bit. So, I don't like Mama being at home all the time by herself. It's not safe. And I got to get those boys ready for college too, so. Yep. So, I will still be doing signs to match ribbons that I find, but I probably won't be doing sign and ribbon sets. But I'm hoping I can find someone who will take that up for y'all. So I'm kind of working on that to see who out there is interested in doing that, because I can help them put it together, and then y'all could go get it from them. Yeah. Thank you. I have been dropping stuff on the floor since day one. So the wreath subscriptions will be going away. I know, I'm sorry about that. We will do what's left for the rest of this month, and then that'll be it. Yep, I don't know if I might bring that back later after things are better with Mom. But right now I need to definitely have enough time to kind of get her back in line, and then after that, you know, I may just do the wreath kit. Yep. Purple crafting queen. That's a good one. I do like my purple. Yeah, see my new. Look, it's got all these little pockets and stuff in it. You can put like your scissors in there. Isn't that cool? Like, I don't know if I want to walk around like that, but I thought it was kind of cool. That's funny. Yeah. Yes, I'm still going to go live. I'm still going to go live. And I will just be going live from my garage. So that'll be exciting. I don't really want to take over the guest room again, because, you know, then we don't have a guest room. So I'm just going to go live in the garage, and probably some from my kitchen table. So yeah, it'll be good. And I'll have a storage unit for, you know, to keep my stuff. So I'll still have stuff, so I can make stuff. She's dropped her stuff and get on the floor. Yep, that's me. Yep. I'm telling you. Will you be saving a lot of money? Yeah. Now you can just watch. You don't have to buy anything. So, see, that'll be good. Yep. You know, and since I won't be feeling like I have to constantly push stuff like that, we can actually do some stuff that I haven't done just because it wasn't something I could get in bulk for y'all to buy. And so I feel like I'll be able to do a lot more because I won't be hampered by that. So, oh, thank you. Yeah. So I have a lot of fun stuff planned. I have all of this stuff written down in a notebook that we're gonna do. So it's gonna be fun. Yeah. The videos will still be on YouTube. So regardless of whether I sell my YouTube channel to them or not, because content belongs to me, so it will stay. It may move to another channel. I haven't decided. I don't really think I'm going to sell them the channel, because I just don't want them to mess with the stuff that's already out there. So I think I'm probably not going to sell them the channel, but I'm meeting with the attorney tomorrow so that I can kind of go over stuff with him and see, you know, exactly what their stuff means. Not a lawyer. So they'll still be there. So don't worry. I'll probably just change the name and go on. I am, and y'all are a part of my family. I'm not going to leave y'all, I promise. Yeah, hopefully I'll know more tomorrow after I meet with Mr. Attorney Guy. So, yeah, this is new for me. Never done anything like this before, but yep. So, and all I'm really doing is selling them the rights to use my trademarked name in their products. So, oh, I'm not going anywhere, I promise. Okay? So don't worry. I'm not disappearing. Are you kidding? I could never just sit at home and do nothing. I would be insane. And I need my outlets. I need my craft outlets. So, oh, I'm sorry. Don't. I knew it was going to upset y'all. I was trying to make it so that y'all would understand I'm not leaving y'all. I promise. I'm not disappearing. I just have to divest some of what I have so I can focus more on what's important. Yeah. So, the warehouse will close. Well, I mean, when we run out of stuff. I'm guessing probably like Friday, maybe. I don't think I'll move my stuff out of the warehouse that day. I don't know. We have to clean out my garage. So, I mean, it's not like going to be tomorrow. So, it's going to take at least a few weeks to kind of get through our stuff and all that. Yeah. I am keeping all of my groups. So, yes. And I actually plan to spend more time and focus more on my groups. So the thing that I'm really passionate about is the teaching. So I'm excited that I'm giving up something that takes a lot of my time and doesn't allow me as much time as I would like to spend on my groups. So now I'm going to be able to really focus more on my groups and just, you know, doing fun stuff with y'all. Yeah. Yep, I'm still doing the craft show in December. I'm not leaving. Don't think I'm leaving. I'm not leaving. I'll still be here. I'm not disappearing. I'm still going to go live. And I will actually record some videos too, so it won't just be all lives. So that way we still have, you know, some fun stuff to do. Because some things take a long time and it's just easier if I record it. But I'm not leaving y'all. I would go crazy. Yeah, the only thing that's changing is I'm just not going to sell supplies. So that's it. That's all that's changing. So it's not as big as it seems. I mean, I guess it is because the name part, but yeah. But that's so I can get out of my leases. All the fun stuff. All right, so y'all make sure you're on here tomorrow. I'll hop on sometime during that time to see how things are going. And I will be going live on YouTube tomorrow. Although I'll probably go on a little bit later because I want to make sure Cece has enough time. So my dad is kind of excited because he's going to go to the senior center every day. He's been telling me, I'm going to go to the senior center every day. Like, okay. I know, I'm sorry there won't be a monthly wreath, but we'll figure out something. We'll figure out something, whether it's that I find somebody else who will do it or something. So we'll figure that out. I'll come up with a solution. So I have a couple people I haven't reached out to yet, but I have a couple ideas on some people I could work with to maybe restart it, and then I can help them pick it out, and then you can just get it there. Yeah. So, yeah, I know you like the wreath kits, so we'll figure something out with that. All right. All right. Well, y'all are probably going to get sick of me explaining this because I'm sure I'm going to have to explain it like 25 times, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm not leaving. I promise. All right. Y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all.